I just realized there's another downside. Oh my gosh! Now I'm beginning to realize why being multiracial might not have been such a good idea. Really? So even if you choose Indonesian citizenship, you told me that like to be an Indonesian president or like one of the higher ups there, you have to be pure Indonesian. You cannot be Hungarian or American or anything. Just completely Indonesian, born as an Indonesian, Indonesian under 18, Indonesian above 18. Oh my gosh. My head hurts.
Oh, do you want to be president actually?
No.
Ayu Petreny dan Maad. Hai semuanya, apa kabar? Selamat datang di Ayu Petreny dan Maad. Hari ini kita ditemani Maad dan kita akan ngobrol. Ini podcast. Sudah lama kita nggak bikin podcast bersama. Kebetulan Maad lagi ada waktu. Today we're gonna talk about being multiracial kid, which is you. Relax and maybe I'll just give you a few questions. Then you can talk from that. We can discuss about it. All right?
Okay.
According to your opinion, are there benefits of being multiracial?
So first of all, I frequently get like these compliments where people say that I look good, which is probably a sign that multiracial kids look very good because you have like the good genes from the mother and the father. It's like you're getting the best of both worlds.
Yeah, that's true.
Imagine if there was a person from all 100 something countries in the world. He'd never be a foreigner.
Yeah, but let's talk a little bit about citizenship. Like in Europe, most countries, they allow to have dual or even multi-citizenships. While in Indonesia, you can't. When you're 18, you need to choose whether you want to be Indonesian or not. If not, then it's up to you what citizenship. Otherwise, if it's Indonesian, you must choose only Indonesian. What do you think about it?
I'd say it's a kind of complicated thing, but like I think it would be better if Indonesia allowed you to be dual citizenship regardless of whether you chose Indonesia or not.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Yes. Of course, many people who got married with foreigners would suggest this. Let's have dual citizenship for our kids because still partly they are Indonesian and they will love Indonesia just like their parents, but they can't have Indonesian citizenship because they are not allowed to have dual citizenship, right? But some people worry that if you got dual citizenship, then there may be spies, because they live abroad and then they will work for their intelligence and they would spy on Indonesia and that kind of things, which is very complicated to me. I don't know if a 12-year-old like you will understand.
Well, I don't really think there are that many spies in the world anymore, especially after, you know what.
The Cold War.
After you know what got
USSR. Oh, I said it. Oh my God, I said it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So I don't think there are that many spies in the world anymore, but like I think, well, if you're like a normal person, a normal, your average civilian, I don't think you'd know any of the government's secrets.
Like you, do you know Hungarian government secret? Are you a spy secretly? Yeah.
So I think the government would probably be able to like check whether someone is
background check. Yeah.
Background check.
Yeah.
Checking everything around the person and
so
not the person themselves.
If they are suspicious, of course, they shouldn't be granted dual citizenship. But among us.
Sus. There is an imposter among us.
Yeah.
And they should not get dual citizenship.
Yeah, I guess
Get 'em.
a country can't do that much.
Also, I think, like lots of mixed kids have studied from lots of places, like, America, France, Paris.
Paris is France!
Yeah, I said that intentionally, but the point is that they have very good education because they study in like the most successful countries in terms of education.
And
So it would be a waste if they didn't allow like dual citizenship.
Oh, for these kids.
Mhm.
Oh, you mean they could go back to Indonesia and build a country like that? Like you, for example. If you don't have dual citizenship, I guess it's difficult because you have to choose between your dad's country or your mom's country.
Maybe I may get an even better reputation if I just said that I was from daddy's country, because then everyone would say like, oh, you're from a different country, I want to know
You're a foreigner.
how the background, the country is like.
Maybe that's another benefit.
Oh, how we smoothly transitioned from the government to another advantage.
And you said like you are never foreigner.
Well,
But on the other hand, you are always foreigner. We went to a dentist here once, and then the nurse asked me what your name was. You are Petreny, Maad. And she didn't believe me because Petreny is Hungarian name, but you didn't look like a Hungarian. So
that's because I'm both Indonesian and Hungarian.
And then we went to Indonesia, and people didn't believe that you were Indonesian because you don't look like Indonesian.
Basically, 100% of the time, I am a foreigner and not a foreigner. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Please stop contradicting yourself.
If you were in Singapore, many people ask, is Popoy Chinese? Is Popoy Angmo? Is Popoy what?
Popoy.
Popoy boy? It's difficult to decide. Is there any other benefit?
One thing's for sure, I can't be racist because I've been exposed to like many different cultures.
What do you feel about seeing people with different color of skin, for example?
Honestly, I don't think it makes very much of a difference.
Nothing special, but they're just people like us. Yeah, because you've seen them a lot at your school.
Yeah.
Is there any bullying you receive from school because you look different?
Not that I know of. Nowadays, people don't bully you for how you look. They've resorted to doing name calling and stuff rather than, like, for example, stuff like you look like a feather or whatever. I made that insult up on the spot. Don't take it seriously because it's a very stupid insult.
Okay.
I've never gotten any, like, racism coming my way.
Well, I think it's partly also because you went to, like, school, first international school, and even in Singapore, Singaporean kids were raised in mixed culture.
Yeah.
Like
I remember seeing a kid who looked very American and another one who looked very Asian.
Yeah. And then I remember there was a girl in your class in Singapore. Every day she went to you and then caressed your cheek. You don't remember?
No.
You told me. I think because she thought you looked good or something. Also,
well, little girl, if you're watching this, let me tell you my secret. I am from 2 countries. You got that?
Yeah. And she was fond of you, I think. Hello, man. Every day so cute. Also, your friends here, right? They called you cute when you were in first grade.
In fact, I think I looked very cute earlier in my life.
Grade?
Especially in kindergarten.
How about now?
If they did, people would ship me with them. Speaking of shipping, imagine if like 2 members from BTS are very close friends. All of a sudden the fans ship them.
Do you hear about
No, but like that's like how sensitive the internet is.
But it's true, yes.
One kind thing, like helping them or even
Yes.
helping them with like their duties, instantly I ship X
Yes.
with Y.
Innocent gestures nowadays, regardless of the race and even gender,
Or even
sometimes they will ship people. Oh my gosh.
the internet makes the weirdest ships sometimes.
Yeah. Let's go back to our topic because I don't have much left in my bag.
Only 2 bars.
Are there any downsides of being multiracial?
Well, a downside that I know, like for example, when you go to like a form,
You will have to fill lots of forms.
yeah, and it asks for like your race.
Mhm.
You don't know what race because it only gives you choices like Asian, Caucasian, Chinese,
yeah.
black. Those are your only choices.
What are
Go out of this building, multiracial kids.
In Singapore, there was something like Eurasian.
Yeah.
Ethnic Eurasian.
If only they had that here in Hungary.
Yeah, I guess there are not that many Eurasian people, so they don't.
Me.
Yeah.
Another one is that like people expect like me to know about all of the cultures in my family. That means I have to know everything, especially language. Like, come on, man. I don't have 9,001 study books. And plus, people like to compare me to other children from other YouTube channels. Again, come on. I don't watch 9,001 YouTube channels. Okay, maybe I do. Everyone watching this video, please don't compare me to like the other child YouTubers, because like every child is different. Because like for example, they may be good at Indonesian. Saya juga bisa ngomong bahasa Indonesia, but maybe my English may be better than them. You see, every child is different.
Yeah, I guess so. Plus, the focus of every family is different. Of course, they would focus more in Indonesian if they plan to live in Indonesia one day. Because honestly, if you just visit like once every 5 years, it's enough to know basic Indonesian. But if you want to spend there, grow up there, of course you need to learn Indonesian. We are staying here, of course you need to know Hungarian. But we still don't know where we go.
Beszél hetek magyarul.
Te? Yes.
Igen.
Yes.
Egy kicsi.
Try to say like a sentence or two in Hungarian.
Igen. Beszélhetek magyarul. Nem tudom, mit akarok mondani. That's the problem when you're like told to speak on the spot. You can't make up a sentence in your head.
I find it very difficult to switch my head from English suddenly to Hungarian to Indonesian.
In terms of like vocabulary, it is kind of difficult because you need like a few minutes or hours of speaking that language just to regain your memory. For accents though, I've heard enough Hungarian and Indonesian children to like get a good accent. Like I sound a bit like a native speaker, but at the same time I'm just not as fluent as one.
That's right, yeah. But I think your Indonesian and Hungarian is good enough to be able to survive daily conversation. Of course, you can't speak about politics. Probably, most likely, but
imagine if I was a big brain about politics.
No, you'll get dizzy.
Literally, the only thing I know about politics is like a bit of information about like Viktor Orban and about who the current president of America is.
Hungarian politics. How about Indonesian? How far do you know? Who's the president?
Joko Widodo. That's literally everything I know about Indonesian politics. Just Joko Widodo. There you have it. You have 100% of my political knowledge in Indonesia.
Yeah. It's okay. You are still
12.
12, yeah.
Of
Later
course
you
I
can
don't
learn.
know that much.
Yeah.
I just realized there's another downside. Oh my gosh. Now I'm beginning to realize why being multiracial might not have been such a good idea. Really? So even if you choose Indonesian citizenship, you told me that like to be an Indonesian president or like one of the higher ups there, you have to be pure Indonesian. You cannot be Hungarian or American or anything. Just completely Indonesian, born as an Indonesian, Indonesian under 18, Indonesian above 18. Oh my gosh. My head hurts.
Oh, do you want to be president actually?
No. I think it's too much responsibility. It's like being a pharaoh and a farmer in Egypt at the same time. You have two jobs. You have to take care of both of them. And then I walk back home after a long day of work, and then I still have to take care of the other farmers and stuff.
That's right. It's not easy, Joe. But you'll be famous. Would you like to be famous?
I already am famous.
Without having to be a president, you're famous already.
Insert joke about YouTube here.
You're right. Actually, many, let's say, famous people with Indonesian blood in the world, but they can't have Indonesian citizenship, or maybe they choose not to. Do you remember Despicable Me, the movie?
Yeah, a bit.
You liked it, right? The director was half Indonesian, just like you. His mom is Indonesian and his dad is French.
I thought his dad was Hungarian.
Then
he would be me.
You're the director of Despicable Me. But then,
Maad is the director of Despicable Me, confirmed. 111.
I don't know about his citizenship, but most likely French. Most likely. If Indonesia allow people like this to have dual citizenship, then we could say like, oh, the director of Despicable Me is actually Indonesian. I don't know, if you become the next Bill Gates, for example.
The next Bill Gates.
And then we could say,
then I'd be like the chairman of Microsoft or something.
Who knows? We can
maybe I might invent a stop button. A stop button is literally all I can think of. Right next to the start button. Stop button. Now you've shut down Windows.
Then we can say, oh, the chairman of Microsoft is Indonesian.
Ow.
Yeah, who knows? In the future, maybe they will allow.
Please.
Rules like this kept changing. Back then, before you were born, when I visited Indonesia, I had to pay 1 million rupiah just to be able to leave the country.
Oh my god.
That's some kind of tax. They call it fiscal. And then they erased it. So now it's free for me to leave the country. Well, it's not free. I still have to buy the ticket, but then it's less burden. 1 million rupiah is a lot of money. Daddy, the first time, no, I think when you were still young, when he visited Indonesia, he had to pay like $50, $50 US, like for the visa. Now it's free. So who knows, maybe in the future. Like that.
Please.
Okay, Matt, thank you for joining our podcast today.
And thank you guys for watching me ramble on about me being a multiracial kid. If you enjoyed, please watch our other videos. You may like them too. Okay, bye.